Hello everybody, this is Zaxter99. Welcome back to what's going to be part 8 now of Stranded Deep. And we're going to go ahead and load our game here. And as you know, I had to restart in part 7. I showed you what I did because of a glitch where I got hung up at 89% and the game wouldn't load because I tried to save it when I couldn't get into my inventory and everything like that. Now, for some reason, I keep loading up with my lighter in hand. It's kind of weird. Alright. Oh, I hear that sound. What's up with that sound? One of those sharks near me? Because I'll stab the bitch with my spear. Come on, you mother effers. I'm a bleeding fool right now, but I will make you bleed. I want to stab a shark. I don't know why I want to stab a shark so bad, but after what they did to me. Zaxter99. Alright, now in the comments for video number 7, somebody told me a couple of things. A couple of people commented on that, and I want to go ahead and thank you guys for your comments in the game. Somebody told me a rock shard by itself can be used as a weapon and is just as effective as an axe or a dagger, and it doesn't have any kind of durability. So as you notice, like my knife here, my pocket knife here that I've been using, it has a durability. Eventually it's going to break. I've already broken a couple of different crude axes that I've made. Chopping down trees and had to remake them. Well, evidently you can just use a rock shard in replacement of both of those and it won't need to ever be replaced. So we'll go ahead and try that here real quick. Here is one of my rock shards. In fact, let's go ahead and test this out. Let's go ahead and pick this baby up. It's acting like I can craft something. I'm just curious what it's showing I can craft here. Crude knife. Now, don't want a knife if I can just pick this thing up and use this as good as a hatchet. We're going to need some more sticks anyway, so let's go ahead and try this on a palm tree and see what happens. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Who would have thunk that? As I say, who would have thunk it? Who would have thought that is what that means. Kind of a sarcastic way of saying who would have thought that. Hey, I got some more coconuts too. Wow, and yeah, no durability. You don't even see a durability bar on that. How nice is that to know? Well, thanks for your comment on that, whoever told me that. I forgot your name already, but I already thanked you in a response. Good stuff. Now again, you know, stuff like this is going to make the game easier than the developer intended to make it, and I'm sure this is something that will be patched so that, you know, you won't be able to do this. Or maybe he'll leave it as a little, you know, a little secret to discover in the game. I don't know. I'm going to guess, though, once he sees this, he's going to go ahead and fix it so that even rock shards have a durability. And it's not like this takes any longer than if I was using a hatchet or an axe or whatever. It's the same amount of time. Now, realistically, would a hatchet with a handle be a lot easier and better than, you know, just holding the rock shard by itself? Absolutely. But in the gaming world, unless they go in and make it take twice as many strokes with just a rock shard or something, then there's really no penalty and there's really no reason not to use just the rock shard, especially with no durability. Alright, now another comment that was left to me was that you can find bandages, which I obviously severely need after being bitten by that great white. You can find bandages in shipwrecks. Now we know that looking in video number 6 that I've already looked for bandages in a shipwreck once. Actually, I swam out there twice to one specific sunken ship looking for bandages. I had no luck, but I'm sure that that's probably where they are, and that was my guess originally, was that, you know, I needed to look in a shipwreck to find a bandage, since it didn't seem like I could craft one anyway. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our health here and see where we're at. Oops. Alright, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Still shows only 2 days survived, and I know this is like my 4th day. And I'm at full health. Now because this is early access, I'm going to go ahead and accept this, and this is alright. But I have a little bit of a problem with this. Well, I have a big problem with this. Okay, I got bitten by a great white shark, and I was losing health when my hunger and with the 2 bars on the right, my hunger and my thirst were all the way down. I was losing health. In the end of the last video, part 7, I got up and I ate some coconuts and I drank from a coconut to fill up my thirst and my hunger. And it looks like because I did that, all of a sudden my health is restored to 100%. If they want to make a realistic survival game, that's absolutely ridiculous. There is no way that eating and drinking is going to help you when you're bleeding profusely because you have a chewed off leg or chewed off legs or whatever chunk of your body the shark has bitten into. With the amount of blood they show, it certainly looks like, you know, the shark took a bite out of your leg or a hunk out of your backside or something, because there is a ton of blood, and eating and drinking is not going to fix that. It'd be hard enough to bandage something like that and have it heal, and even after that, even a week after that, no matter how full and how much food and drink you ate, I don't think you'd ever be above like 3/4 health. I mean, you would be hurting for a long, long time. So that is a big complaint and a big gripe. I hope they fix that and make that more realistic. In fact, what I'd like to see them do is, if you get bit by a shark, and I was thinking about this last night, you know, if you get bit by a shark and there's all that blood in the water, like if you look at my first video number 5, when I got bit by a tiger shark, I believe, there were several sharks around when I got bit, and there was all kinds of blood in the water. Now what should happen is, I have read and heard that sharks, once there's blood in the water, they are drawn to that, and they can smell that for miles off. So once you're bit and you're bleeding in the water like that, you should have a swarm of sharks from all around be coming at you, trying to bite the crap out of you. And I think if that happens, the only way you have a chance of surviving is if you stab them. If you have a spear or some kind of weapon and you can actually fend them off and attack them. Now if that shark comes back over here, I'm going to try to get it. But I think, honestly, that should be added into the game. You're bleeding in the water, sharks should attack you, and that's going to make it really challenging. It's going to make it kind of fun, I think. You know, if you get bit in the water, that you have to basically fight the sharks off. You know, maybe sometimes there'll be 2 sharks around you, maybe sometimes there'll be 8 that come at you. And if you're unable to basically kill those sharks or injure them enough to where they're hurt and running, you're going to get chewed up into mincemeat. You're going to be, you know, you're going to be eaten alive. And I think that's what they should do. You know, once blood's in the water, you should have to, I mean, once you get bit, you should have to fight for your life, basically. And I think that would be ultra cool if they could do that. Well, I stabbed the sand there, but I don't think I got him. Aha. You may not be able to, I don't know if you can kill these things or not. It's kind of funny how they swim up under the sand like this. It's kind of crazy. I'm going to try to... This is funny. I want to make sure he hasn't bit me and I don't know about it. Oops. No. You hear that sound. Usually when you hear that sound, that means there's a shark near you. And it's kind of crazy that I'm down here by my campfire on my beach and I have a shark burn. Like, there's my campfire right there. Shows you how safe my campfire is in this particular version of the game. That, I mean, the shark was basically right up here at my campfire swimming around under the sand. It doesn't make you feel real safe. So yeah, I think, like I was saying, I think that you should have to fight off the sharks in the water. You know, at least the shark that bit you should be coming after you, like, to try to chew you up. And I would say anywhere from probably 2 to, you know, however many sharks are around you should be coming after you once you're leaving the water. And you should have to fight for your life. But not only that, if you defeat them, right, depending on how long it takes you, I think there should be like maybe a random counter, depending on maybe the severity of your bite, because it'll be a little bit of randomness going there. But say you have anywhere from 4 to 7 minutes, something like that, a random amount of time, a real time, after you get bitten. And if you don't get back to an island, and I don't think a bandage is something you should use. I think, you know, they should like assume that most of the time you get bitten by, they should assume most of the time you get bitten in the legs. So first of all, I think you should be able to see your legs and see the bite. That would help. Another thing too is you shouldn't just bleed in the water. You should bleed out all over the sand. So once you get back here, you should leave trails of blood everywhere, and that blood should stay. They should make that blood stay as a stain throughout the sand. And maybe the only way it gets washed away is like in a big rainstorm, like I saw here. But you should be bleeding all over the sand. And there should be that random counter time, and fighting off the sharks, you know, is included in that amount of time you have since you get bitten. And once that timer runs out, you're dead. You bleed to death, basically. And I think the only way you should be able to patch yourself is maybe a certain percentage chance with bandages, if you have them. But your best chance might be if you apply a tourniquet, like if you're bitten on your leg or you have your leg chewed off or whatever, you should have to apply a tourniquet. And they should make you have to use like a bandage. You have not only have to have a bandage, but then a stick as well. So as long as you have a stick and one of those bandages, you put them together, maybe you can make a tourniquet or something like that, and then you have to apply it to your leg. Now that would be really cool, I think, and a lot more realistic than the current version. And you know, this game can still do a lot of stuff like that. It's in early access, and they have the ability to make this game as realistic as they want. I love the colors. Look at that. They've got the colors right, just about, because I have been off some of the Pacific Islands, and you know, like the Virgin Islands and stuff like that. And the water over there on those islands is so beautiful. I mean, I don't think they could ever get that completely right in a game like this, but it's almost like that aqua blue like you see right there in real life, and the water down there is so amazingly beautiful. I mean, honestly, all the seawater should be that bright, almost fluorescent aqua blue, because that's probably what color it would actually be. It wouldn't be as dark blue as like you see over here. The water off these islands is so amazing. The color is so freaking beautiful. I mean, you might see pictures of it, but until you actually experience it in firsthand in real life, you just can't understand how amazing, how amazingly beautiful a color of ocean water is off some of these islands. But yeah, leave those comments down below. Be sure you rate my video. Be sure you subscribe in the upper right hand corner if you're not subscribed yet, so that way you get notification of all my future videos here at Zaxter99. Let me know what you guys think, what you want to see me do in the game. You know, let me know that as well. Let me know if you want to continue to see more of this series. Maybe you have another game that I haven't played yet that you want to see me play. Definitely put that down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll try to get that out to you. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. This has been Zaxter99. Take care.